If you guys aren't watching over there, Decky says I got Stowers at the 2-4 and Antonio Williams at the 2-8. Wow, that's incredible value. To be honest, I think you got better value on those players than is going to happen in this draft that I'm in right now. As you can see on the screen, I'm not sure if it's capturing it, but Stowers went at the 1-9 here. This is a tight end premium league, but he went 1-9. And Antonio Williams, I actually picked up. I got him at the 2.03. However, this is a 16-team league. So 16-team league, as you guys can do the math over there, that is actually the 2.07, I believe, is when I actually ended up coming away with Antonio Williams. I did have to trade back to get him, though. I just want to make sure we are all on the same page and know that that is what happened, as he did not fall to me. So I did, 2.08. I guess, you're right. Actually, pretty similar value on Antonio Williams there. The Stat Wars one is the one that fell super far. H-Town Rob, what's up, man? He says, have the 101, 102, trade 102 for 228 firsts. I wouldn't. I mean, here's the way I look at it, Rob. Like, you could do that deal if it really excites you to get in on the 28 class, but quite frankly, I mean, you have your pick of wide receiver there. I'd probably just take it. A lot less likely that those 28 firsts, 2-3 years from now, end up being, a top 2 pick. What I would personally do is I would just trade that 102 back, because I really don't have an issue just taking any of the wide receivers, like 102 to 104. I don't think I have like too strong of a preference. Like, of course, if I had the pick of the lot and no one's going to give me any value, then I guess I'll just take what's fallen to me. But like I'm saying, like, if you can move back from the 102 to the 104 and get a decent asset coming back to you in order to do that, I actually think it's pretty damn good value, to be frank, just because you're still going to get a premium wide receiver. You could probably add another piece to your roster. So that's what I would say. Liam says, I got offered the 103 and 104 for the 101. Thoughts? I would say, like, depends on your roster construction. If you're in a really hard rebuild and the format is a bit deeper, then maybe I would consider just taking the 2 wide receivers and letting yourself build. But quite frankly, man, I think, Liam, what's better fit for you is, rather than like moving the 101 for picks, just take me out of it. Just take me out of the draft altogether. And I would just take the 101 and go trade it for, a cornerstone asset, like a Drake London, a Brock Bowers, something like that I could build my team around, that probably has a little bit longer, a little bit longer runway than just like other picks. I got Skylar Bell at the 212, Brazel at the 301, and traded KLS for the 511. That's funny. Well, Skylar Bell's still on the board for me. Nick says, send me the link. Nick, this is actually for, what league is this? Foxtrot, 16 team, league. So this is a real league, but we are going to do some rookie mock drafts here. So if you guys do want to join a mock draft, I can send a link. Just let me know in the chat if you guys would be down. I did not say OG first. I said OG is the one I want to do a live draft of, if possible. So, like, this one obviously this is a slow draft. We've been doing it for a couple days. So I'm just chiming in on where we're at with it and showing people the board. But OG should be the live draft is my goal. Let's see. Any in-draft trades? I actually did make a trade, Nick. I traded, so this is a 16-team league. So I traded up from the 205 to the 203. However, being the nature that it's a 16-teamer, that 203 is really what, like 4 later. So the 207 is what it really was, if we're talking in 12-man terms. But yeah, I did end up moving up. I traded away the 205 and the 304 to move up to the 203 to snag Antonio Williams. To be honest, I was debating it, but those were really my goals. There was to come out with some wide receiver depth. I added Omar Cooper, as you guys can see, in the first round, and then took Antonio Williams. Love the landing spot for Antonio Williams. Stidwell says, I'm contending by the 101 for the 104/106 and downs. Yes. Yes. If you can get the 101 for that price, I think that's a steal personally. What were picks 1 through 4? Yeah, sure. Okay. If it's cut off over at TikTok, I can read them out. Jeremiah Love was the 101, obviously. The 102 was Carnell Tate. The 103 was Jordan Tyson. And the 104 was Makai Lemon. Fernando Mendoza ended up going at the 105. Jadarian Price at the 1-6. Kenyon Sadiq 1-7. Casey Concepcion 1-8. Eli Stowers 1-9. Ty Simpson 110, Omar Cooper 111, Chris Bell 112, Jonah Coleman 113, and Denzel Boston 114. Then I believe we still had 2 other picks, which we did, and this was the biggest jump of the group. We had Demond Claiborne go off at the 115 and Jeremy Bernard at the 116. So that's where we're at now. Peyton, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Glad we could help you out here. Traded the 106 to get Gadsden instead of taking Sadiq there. Did I make a horrible mistake? I'm personally more on the Sadiq train than I am on the Gadsden train. Can you see the whole board on YouTube? Yes, you can see the whole board on YouTube, guys. If you can't see it on TikTok and that's where you're watching, come over to the YouTube stream. You'll be able to see everything over there. Tony, look, I don't love Arondre Gadsden, and I think it's mainly just because hot stretch in the middle of the season, but then a little bit of a trickle off. Now we've got a shifting landscape, new offensive coordinator and everything in Los Angeles. I think overall, like, I rather would have gone for a Laporta potentially, someone I've already watched, like, put together a full season of a tight end one finish. Now that all being considered, I do understand, like the Mike McDaniels boost that the Los Angeles Chargers are getting this offseason. All being considered, though, I probably would have just held and taken Sadiq there. Yes, Decky, you can see the whole board on YouTube if you guys come over there. Thank you. Stidwell says, Jamar Chase and the 205 for Kraft and Neighbors. I'm contending, and Neighbors, London, Amon-Ra is my wide receiver room. I wouldn't do this. I'd probably just be holding Kraft and Neighbors. I know it's like maybe not the popular opinion as a lot of people like buying Jamar Chase, but I don't know. I think personally, Neighbors from a dynasty perspective has just about the same level of upside, and I think Kraft is going to be like George Kittle light the next few years. I think Kraft is going to absolutely go off coming back from this knee injury. Saints fan says, what's the earliest it's okay to take Price? Let's see. I mean, taking Jadarian Price, I think you got to be taking him at the 1-6, 1-7. And yeah, I would not be surprised. Am I doing roster reviews on Sunday? Yes, I will be. I will be doing roster reviews on Sunday. I'm actually doing roster reviews, maybe even a little this afternoon as well. So if you guys are tapped in on YouTube and have your notifications turned on, you should be good to go there. Let's see. I've got, would you take Price at the 4th pick if you need a running back? No, I wouldn't, but that's because I don't draft for need. Like, I always take the best player available and then just simply allow, everything else to kind of come to me over time. I think, like, I'm a big believer in, like, post-draft trades, so I do think that overall, I just would be patient there and just make a trade post draft. That's just me though. Like at the 1-4, I think you got to be taking Makai Lemon personally if he's on the board, or the best wide receiver that's available to you. JC over on YouTube says, I have the 107 and the 109, and I need a running back and a wide receiver. Well, I mean, at 107, you're hoping then that Jadarian Price falls to you, and at the 109, you're probably taking whatever receivers left over, probably Omar Cooper Jr., maybe Casey Concepcion if you get lucky. But to be honest, JC, I think this is a year where you probably are going to have more success just making trades with these draft picks to bring in production. I don't always know if these guys are going to hit right away, and quite frankly, like taking Jadarian Price, there's upside there for sure. I mean, Seattle believes in him. They took him pretty high up, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm ready to like crown him king. Emmanuel Wilson, 226 pounds. He could just basically be like the exact same issue where he's pounding all the touchdowns in and just stealing all the upside from Jadarian Price. And then if you need a wide receiver, 109, I mean, that range kind of got nuked, honestly, because you had guys like Denzel Boston that might have, been a good pick there, depending on landing spot. Then he falls to the Browns, and the Browns double dip. Then you got Omar Cooper Jr., who, as you can see on the screen here, I ended up taking at the 111 in this rookie draft, but didn't love that either, to be completely frank with you. It was kind of a necessity pick. I ended up shopping the pick as much as I could. Nobody wanted to make a trade for it in this league. I also need wide receivers, and so ended up kind of just taking what was given to me there. Let's see, Laporta over Gadsden. I do agree with that. What time today for roster reviews? Quite frankly, guys, I'm trying to crank some rookie mock drafts. So if you guys want to, this is a real draft that I'm showing you on screen, but I have a draft den open on this tab right here, and we could hop over and do some mock drafts for sure. So if you guys want to mock draft with me and do some rookie mocks and you think we can fill them, by all means, I would love to do so. So if you guys are up for it, let me know in the chat here, and I'll post the link, and we can attack that as well. That'd be super fun, huh? Let's see. Updated 2 through 4 picks. Yeah, 2 through 4. I'm gonna go Jordan Tyson 1-2, Carnell Tate 1-3, and Mekhi Lemon 1-4 is where I'm at right now. But quite frankly, man, I've been saying it, and I feel confident about it. I'm way more in the path of just if you have the 102, trade down to the 104 and get a piece on top right now, because I don't really care what receivers I'm getting out of this class, out of the big three. Lie Under Oath says, I got Star Wars at the 110 and Ted Hurst and Chris Bell at the 209, 210. Wow, well, I like this for you, honestly. I mean, the Chris Bell falling all the way to the 2-9 is shocking. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see on this board, but this is a real draft that we're in the middle of, and Chris Bell went at the 112. So definitely landing spot got the better of him. How do we feel about Kyron versus Henderson? If I'm contending, I want Kyron. If I'm somewhere in the middle, I want Henderson. Just because, Henderson has a good, yeah, I'm reading TikTok. Kyron's got a good chance to actually help you put together a top 10 finish this year, like he has been the last 3 years running. Henderson has a lot more room to grow dynasty value wise, though. There's a chance and potential that this is just Kyron's value peak in general. Who are your deep sleepers? Sleeper is underrating, targeting Colby Young. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean, my deep sleepers, hopefully not too many people in this draft that I'm in with are watching this, or else they're going to snipe me. But I like taking Adam Randall. He could be a sneaky Derrick Henry replacement if something happens down the line here and he gets hurt. I like Eli Hendenrich, or however you pronounce him, the wide receiver running back, gadget guy from Navy. I like taking some of these quarterbacks, just stashing them later on. I'll just take, anybody that might have a chance to give me a start this year, like Taylon Green. I mean, I know it's not sexy, but the Browns are awful, right? So maybe he gives you a chance at a start. Cade Klubnik, I'd take a swing at. I think all these running backs down here, probably just worth taking out. Like I said, Adam Randall here, you got to take a swing on him. Jamari Taylor, maybe not a terrible one as well. But since this is really just all about depth in the wide receiver position, I'll just be taking wide receivers mostly. I'll take Bryce Lance. I think he's got some upside there. And outside of that, to be honest, it gets pretty bleak towards the end. I don't mind taking some tight ends. Maybe Justin Jolly gets a nice landing spot in Denver, which I thought was sweet. You could just, start pulling trig on any of these guys, to be honest. Michael Trigg, no pun intended. You could take a swing on him as well. He goes undrafted, but does get signed. D1G over on YouTube, he says, how do we feel about the tight ends after the top two? Yeah, I feel like after the top two, you're kind of just either going grab your guy, or at the same time, there's just depth there. I think that there's definitely actually some decent tight end prospects in this class, so don't let, some of the other content creators out there fool you to think that there's not value here. It's just that you're going to have to be patient with them, right? Best example would be and I believe he already went in this draft, did he? Maybe not. Maybe he's still on the board. He is, actually. Max Clare here. Max Clare's still on the board, shockingly. But, the Rams take him pretty high up again, 61 overall. They did trade up to get Terrence Ferguson last year, so it's okay, do we expect Max Clare to get, immediate production in this system. They still have Colby Parkinson, Terrence Ferguson, and brought back Tyler Higbee. So probably not a lot of immediate production coming to those guys. But, as far as developmental pieces and guys that could absolutely, pop onto the scene, you could see it. Yeah, Rardon is a good call out too. Rardon, I don't know how you pronounce his name. The New England Patriots tight end. He could be the future over there in New England after Hunter Henry ages out here. So that's not a bad option for you as well. I do like stashing him. For those of you on TikTok that are asking if I can zoom out so you can see the whole draft board, I can't just because of like the portrait display mode of TikTok. However, if you hop over to the YouTube stream, guys, same username, Dynasty Price Check on YouTube, and should be linked on the profile. You'll be able to see the full board over there, and then we can have a far more in-depth conversation. In fact, guys, I'm trying to run some rookie mocks here. Although you're looking at a real rookie draft on the screen right now, I'd like to mock in the meantime. So if you guys want to do some rookie mocks, let me know, and I'll drop the link in the chat, and we can go ahead and rip some mock drafts too. I think that'd be a blast. Let's see. Could you rank Tyson, Lemon, Higgins, and Loveland? Sure. I'm guessing that's T. Higgins. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. If this is a tight end premium, I'll take Loveland 1, Tyson 2, Lemon 3, Higgins 4. Okay? I think that's where I'm going to be. T Dice saying, I had the 2-1 and I traded it for Golden. Any thoughts? I think that's probably about what Matthew Golden is worth, based off the current situation in Green Bay. Now, at the same, I probably wouldn't be paying for him personally, like myself. I wouldn't be paying for it. Until like the 2-4, 2-5. There's still a couple guys that I like at the 2-1, but I don't think it was a bad trade. I think like if you're swinging upside, like the guys you're taking at the 2-1 range are pretty dice rolly anyway. So I don't have an issue with that. Yeah, you said 12-man league. That's not a problem. The board you're looking at up here is a 16-man. So that's why like the 2-1 seems a little bit more bleak than maybe you'd get to, because quite frankly, you might get a little more. You guys want to do some mocks, though? Anyone want to hop in a mock draft with me? Hey, James, welcome in on the YouTube stream, man. Glad to have you in here. Let's see. What else do I got as far as Nick Young out here saying way better. There we go, Nick Young. Get in the stream, brother. I want you guys to see the full board out here. Guys, let's crank some mock drafts. James, what's up, man? Josh, thank you for the follow, man. Chopbot says, let's do some mock drafts. Pavi at the 4-5 and Radon at the 4-10. Yeah, I think great value on that. Like those are complete and utter dart throws at that point anyway. So I took Love, traded for Golden, Delp, Ted Hurst, Brendan Thompson. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's a good haul there. Cheeky, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate you. It's Balls. It says, I'm doing a brand new Dynasty League, and we are doing a vet draft right now. Any tips on the 13th round? Veteran draft. Okay, so no rookies in that draft. Is that what you're saying? 13th round, man. I mean, that's tough off the top of my head. I would say, like, depending on who's fallen that far, I like picking up some productive vets there and then just stacking, like depth at running back. So like productive vets, I would say are like, Michael Pittman types, if they're still on the board, Mark Andrews types, if they're still on the board. If not, I kind of just like to stack my round 13 through 17 anytime I'm going to start up with like a bunch of handcuff running backs, because they have the largest possibility of like actually converting fantasy points for you. So like when I say that, I'm like, give me Rico Dowdle, give me Ramondre Stevenson, give me Dylan Sampson, just stack all these handcuff running backs. And I think you're probably best off going a route like that. Like I personally also like taking swings like right after the running back window with a bunch of, of the wide receiver twos that, potentially have some upside. Like I love grabbing Torrey Horton later on in drafts. I've been doing a lot of that this offseason. Cheeky says, thoughts on Coleman. I'm going to pin this comment up and make sure I don't forget it. But real quick, some folks hopping over to the YouTube channel and making sure that they're getting the full view of the draft board here. Thank you guys very much. Lander Oath said, I came over too. Shout out, man. Awesome. Hopefully you subscribe over here. We got a ton of awesome stuff over on the YouTube channel. Big B says, would you trade your 105 and 205 for in season? You know, I actually didn't. We did this startup draft, I believe, in January, and this is the rookie draft for it. So we actually didn't play last season. So I didn't end up making that trade. However, if I was going to trade the 105 and 205 in a package, I would probably be exploring, like a upside wide receiver 2 for that range. I do think that's probably the best you're going to get with this year's draft capital. And when I say like a upside wide receiver 2, I think I'm talking like, the Garrett Wilsons of the world, if you can. Maybe he took a little bit of a value dip after Omar Cooper and Sadiq both landing in New York. Maybe there's some target spook there. That would be something that I would be interested in. Landero said, I'm in an 8-man dynasty league. If you have an orphan of any others, I'll take over. Yeah, man, we actually do have a ton of orphan takeovers. If you guys are looking to take over an orphan league or join a dynasty startup league with me and play alongside me, go ahead and hop into the Discord. If you hop over to dynastypricecheck.com, just my username with a .com on the end of it, it's linked on all my accounts here. Should be easy to find. You can click the join free Discord button. There's a league finder tab inside the Discord. And like I said, guys, we've got tons and tons of leagues going left and right. So make sure you are paying attention there, and we'd love to have you. Cheeky, I'm going to pin your comment up again, man. Hopefully you didn't dip anywhere. He says, thoughts on Coleman. Look, I think Jonah Coleman has some serious upside. Okay. I think he's got some serious upside. I think that, RJ Harvey is not a guy that I was excited about from a dynasty perspective. He's already 25 years old. He did little to nothing last year to prove that he could ever handle a workhorse load. J.K. Dobbins was far more efficient than him when he was given the opportunity. All to be said, like Jonah Coleman, you can say what you want, watch the 2025 tape when he was injured and think, oh, okay, like he's maybe a guy that could handle a touch split. I think we're wrong, guys. I think go back, watch 2024 some Jonah Coleman tape, and you'll see a lot different game out of him. This guy could very well be the future of the Denver backfield, and quite frankly, think he's really good value if you can get him in the early second round of your rookie drafts this year. Luke Willis says, I traded for a mid-27 second in Mekhi Lemon for a very young team and gave away Devonta Smith in the 107. This is okay. I think Devonta Smith post AJ Brown trade is going to get a pretty nice value boost there. So I think maybe you could even get like a late 27 first just in a vacuum rather than a 27 second. But the fact you were able to get Lemon then for the 1-7 in there, I don't entirely hate that. Let's see. Jay Walsh, who would you take at the 2-3? Well, at the 2-3, if you can see on this draft board, I actually did take Antonio Williams. And I guess you guys can't see it, unfortunately, if you're watching on TikTok based off the nature of the stream. But yes, I did take Antonio Williams myself at the 2.03. So if you guys were wondering where you should be taking him, that is the range I feel comfortable in. In fact, I put my money where my mouth is, and I took him right here on this draft. If you do want to see the full draft board, go head over to the YouTube stream and you can see the full board, okay? I can't show it on TikTok because of the portrait display. It just gets messed up. I'm sorry, guys. You wouldn't be able to read any of the text on there if I showed the full board. It's just too small. But if you hop over to the YouTube stream, you can see it all, okay? Same exact channel, Dynasty Price Check. Super easy to find. It's linked on this account. I just grabbed Godwin in the 12th. Yeah, I think that's fine. 12th round of a startup. Give me Chris Godwin. Potentially some productive veteran years ahead there. Seamus said, who would you trade the 103 and Woody Marks for the 107 and BTJ? Or would I? Yeah, I probably would. I think it's like the way I'm reasoning this out is, okay, 103, I'm probably getting Tyson. And that's Jordan Tyson and Woody Marks for Brian Thomas Jr. and Casey Conception, or Kenyon Sadiq if it's a tight end premium, or Jadarian Price if he falls for me. I think like overall, clearly, I love Jordan Tyson. I've been really high on him, and I won't hold back on that. But I think that's a sell low on Brian Thomas Jr. Colin says, can you pan over the top of the draft? Sorry, guys. If you are watching on TikTok, I'm going to need to redirect you over to the YouTube channel to make sure you're watching over here. If you are watching over here, you guys will see the full board. It's just that on TikTok, I can't. Arter says, hey, does anyone have a league I can join? Yes, we do, man. We've got a million leagues spinning up left and right, both on Dynasty, startup drafts, and also some orphan takeovers of teams that already exist in some of my listener leagues. If you are looking to join a league, guys, make sure you hop over to dynastypricecheck.com and join the Discord. There's a join free Discord button on the homepage. Once you're on there, you'll find a league finder channel in the Discord, and we are spinning up leagues left and right. In fact, every single day. So you guys should have plenty of opportunities to play alongside me and have some fun. Torres saying the draft board zoomed in. I'm aware, guys. Draft board is zoomed in. If you do want to see the full board, you're going to have to come over to YouTube. Jameer Gibbs for Jonathan Taylor and the 106. Which side wins? I would rather have the Jameer Gibbs side there, okay? At the 109 for the rookie draft, what do you think is the best there? Probably Omar Cooper Jr., Eli Stowers if you're in a tight end premium league, or Ty Simpson if it's a super flex. I think people are sleeping on Simpson a little bit. He gets quite the boost. Well, guys, I'd like to do some mock drafts. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a mock. I'm going to create a mock draft here, and let's have some fun with it, okay? Let's create this mock draft, and let's go ahead and call it Wednesday mock. Okay, cool. And we go ahead and got this all spun up here. And now I'm going to go ahead and post the link. So, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. Don't do me like this. We've got some, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Needed the internet to hold up for me, but I guess she's struggling a little bit. Uh-oh, folks. Are we back? I hope we're back. Nope, we're not back. We dropped out. All right, folks, are we back? Is everybody around? Can you hear me? My very biggest apologies, guys, as had a little bit of a internet malfunction there, but we are going to be diving right back in. So sorry for the drop of delay real fast, but had a little bit of internet issues. Hopefully, we get everybody back in the stream nice and quick here. That was unfortunate to say the least, as we had 50 over on TikTok ready to draft, and we also had some folks over here ready to draft as well. So if you're watching on YouTube, guys, go ahead and sound off in the chat. Make sure that you can still hear me okay, and let me know what the situation is. Can anybody hear me over on YouTube? Are you guys all right over there? Want to make sure we still have this draft board going, and that we can go ahead and loud and clear. Right on. All right, guys. For the folks that were watching over on TikTok, my apologies that we got cut out there. Had a little bit of an internet malfunction. I am very apologetic for that. Unfortunately, not under my control, but I do want to get back into doing some of these mock drafts. Unfortunate because we had about 50 folks ready to mock draft, and now we're down to 5. So we definitely need to get the folks back in here. But if you guys are ready to mock draft, I say let's go ahead and do it. All right, let's just start ripping, and we'll play catch up as we go along here. So I'm gonna share the link, and if you guys can fill out the teams, then we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and take the 102. I'm gonna take the 102 before anybody else does here, and okay, we did it. Lovely. All right, let's go ahead and share the mock draft link. There you go. Mock draft link is in the chat, guys. If you do want to mock draft with us, go ahead and hop on in. Use the link in the chat, and we'll go ahead and get the mock draft filled. There's 12 spots. Soon as the spots are filled, we will go ahead and kick it off. I'm excited about it too. Okay, we've got folks over here. Where does Jeremiah Love rank in all running backs? Well, in all running backs, he is probably, let's say, a top 5 dynasty running back. I have Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson. I'd say probably next I'll go Ashton Genty, then Jeremiah Love, then Amarian Hampton. So, not a bad swing there. Devon Achane somewhere in the mix as well. Folks, how are we doing on filling this mock draft up? I don't see anybody in here yet. The link is live. Let's hop on in to the draft end and see if we can get a mock draft spun up here. Joshua says, I got the 101 and the 106 this year. Love and who? Marvin Harrison Jr., Brian Thomas Jr., and DJ Moore are all my receivers. Kyler plus Stroud. Okay, Josh, for the 106 this year, damn, man, you don't have a lot of good options. I'd probably look at trading that pick away to try to give yourself a real wide receiver in this room. Like, could I take the 106 plus DJ Moore and see if I can go get, like, George Pickens and actually shore up my wide receiver room for the future? I'd personally like to do something like that. Like, let's see if we can get a genuine cornerstone piece to build around here. I think like one of the real issues that I see on this squad is you just don't have enough top end firepower there. You just don't. So that's the direction I would be going there. Guys, how are we doing getting this? Okay, so Swaggy is in here. Lovely. We've got one. All right, guys. I need to fill 10 more spots. So if you guys don't get on into this mock draft link and start hopping in. Okay, there we go. All right, we've got Thomas in here. We've got 2. We've got Joseph. All right, folks are starting to get in. Guys, if you want a chance to run a mock draft with us, this is your opportunity. Here is your link. Make sure you join. I'm going to pin it over here, and I'm going to pin this message over on YouTube as well, so you guys can hop on in and join the mock draft. Would love to have you. In fact, guys, this is the best mock drafting tool out there, created by MJ Walsh, my partner over here at Dynasty Price Check. Absolutely killing it. Hoping to give you guys even better rankings and ability to interact with the system. All right, guys, we're starting to fill up. You'll love to see it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming in here and claim your spots. And once we are claimed on the draft end, we'll go ahead and crank these rookie mocks and get them going. Chopbot says, is the 110 and 112 fair to move up to the 106? Yes, that is fair. I absolutely have zero issue doing that. All being considered, though, I think personally I'd rather just trade the 110 and 112 for like a proven asset. If you're looking to compete at all, I think you'll just have far more success. Like, that's what I'd be doing. I would say it's just worth it. It's just worth it to go for a proven player here. Like, it takes a lot of the risk out of it, And I think that's like one of the big issues we're having. Would you move back from the 109 for the 112 and a 27 second? Yeah, I would if the shoe fits, I'll wear it, right? So like, I think one of the main things I'm looking at with that question, Sam, is just like, are you on the board right now? Who's available at the 1-9? Because I'm curious, like, is it a tight end premium? Like, could we potentially be getting like an Eli Stowers or somebody who's actually a bit more exciting for my roster there? I don't think it's bad value, honestly, especially if you think that has a chance of like being an early 27 second, but I don't think it's like a smash accept by any means. Chopbot says, just not sure what running backs I can get with those picks. Yeah, honestly, man, you're probably playing in the range of like Javonte Williams, Kyron Williams, Travis Etienne, someone like one of those productive vets, I would say is what you're looking at. All right, guys, we've got 5 in the mock draft right now. I need more. I need more. I need folks hopping in ready to mock draft. So if you guys are looking to mock, please hop on in there. I absolutely need some participation. If we don't get some folks in soon, I'm just going to crank it with what we got. And Alex, if you want to mock draft, man, click this link that's pinned in the chat. Okay. Hop on in, Alex. We'd love to have you. Not on the board and no tight end premium, just something I was offered. Fair enough, Sam. I think for what you were offered, it's not like a bad deal, but I do think that I probably would just wait until I'm on the clock just to see how the board falls to me, because I don't want to be making like preemptive moves when you potentially could get a lot more for it, either on the clock if someone has their guy that they really want to trade up for, or quite frankly, just moving for a more productive player, like a proven asset already, like the 109 I was saying. I'm comfortable moving him for any veteran running back that people would be interested in, like Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne, Kyron Williams, like anyone in that range, give it to me. Like I'd do it for Saquon any day of the week as well. Alex, what's up, man? If you guys want a mock draft, I would really appreciate you guys hopping into the mock draft link that we have on the channel here. Let's fill up all these spots, and then we can go ahead and get it going. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 spots claimed. We have 7 available. 7 available in this rookie mock. So, guys, if you are looking for your chance to mock draft, I'm going to post the link over here on TikTok as well. Make sure you hop into the mock draft. Would love to have you. I've got Big Baby Bash saying, I'm in Dynasty. I have the 102, 108, 110. I need a QB, running back, wide receiver. What do you think I should do? Well, here's the thing. First thing, this Big Baby Bash, never go into a draft being like, I need these positions, so I'm going to draft these positions. We're taking the best player available no matter what, even if you have tons of them, and then you are going to pivot post-draft into making smart dynasty trades, okay? I don't want to force picks. Now, that all being considered, the way that your picks are lined up, ironically, does potentially give you a chance at all of the said players that you're talking about. So, like, at the 102, you could go ahead and take Jordan Tyson or Carnell Tate, whoever you prefer. I'd probably slightly lean Tyson. At the 108, you do have a chance at getting Jadarian Price there, after he gets the first-round draft capital with the Seattle Seahawks. So you could go ahead and take a swing there. And at the 110, you might be lucky enough to get Ty Simpson. So, maybe that would work out for you as well. Now, all being considered, I can't guarantee that that's how the board's going to fall for you and tell you that that's going to be, a path to success for you. But what I would probably do is, if you need a wide receiver, take the wide receiver at the 1-2, seeing that that's just going to be probably like one of the best values you're going to get. And it's a good cornerstone asset to have. Now, after that, I would be trading the other picks and trying to just bring in proven players. That's what I would do. All right, folks, are we going to be able to fill this mock draft? I don't think we're going to be able to fill this mock draft, huh? Devastating. I'm going to go ahead and have to just turn on CPU auto pick then, and we're going to have to just go. We're just going to have to go. Or maybe I'm going to have to draft for every sing for you guys, just for the fun of it, huh? Yo, what's good, folks? What's good? Yeah, our thoughts on trading Garrett Wilson for Carnell Tate during the rookie draft. I don't have an issue with it. I don't have an issue with it. I don't think it's, yeah, I don't have an issue with it. I think like if you're really high on Garrett Wilson, then great, and if you're not as high on Carnell Tate, then go for it. Oh, guys, thank you. We need some folks in the mock draft. All right, the link is pinned right there. The link is pinned. If you'll hop in, let's hop in, man. Aiden, Sir IV, let's hop in, guys. We'd love to have you. That would be awesome. Also, my TikTok stream is just absolutely struggling right now. This thing cannot stay together. So unfortunately, we're just gonna be bouncing back and forth here. Back and forth, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. All right. It's all right. We'll try the best we can to hold this thing down. Keep it together. All right, folks. Why can't I see? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see. Do I trade Ibuka and Brian Thomas Jr. for the 101? Yes, I would. I would do that deal, personally. I would be fine doing that deal. Folks, if you are trying to join the mock draft, go ahead and join that link right there. It is pinned. It is pinned in the chat. It is the DPC Draft Den, okay? Hop on in and let's go ahead and crank a rookie mock, huh? Let's crank a rookie mock. It'll be some fun out here, all right? I'm excited about it. Are you excited about it? I'm excited about it, all right? Let's crank a rookie mock draft, all right? It'll be fun. Shoot in the Discord, you fool. All right, fine. Fair enough, Swaggy. I will put it in the Discord as well, my friend. Okay, oops. Okay. All right, I'm sharing this link. Let's make it happen, folks. Let's make it happen. All right. I've got this. I've got that. I've got this. Okay. Here we go. Draft link. Mock drafts going now. All right, we've got the rookie mocks going out in the Discord. Hopefully, we should have that filled up relatively quickly here. Yep, we're getting numbers in now, folks. We're getting numbers in. You love to see it. Let's get the numbers in there. This is awesome. Ready to rookie mock draft. Nick says also you should probably know they got to create an account. Oh, well, there you go. You learn something new every day, Swaggy. I didn't even know, man. I didn't even know. CD for the 101. You could go CD for the 101. I probably personally would be more. I'd be more intrigued in giving up your other package. Like, give up Ibuka and BTJ for the 101. I think I'm totally fine with that, to be completely frank with you guys. All right, Alex is in. Lovely. All right, folks, if you are trying to mock draft with us over on TikTok, go ahead and hop on in the Dynasty Draft Den for your chance to follow along. If not, you'll go ahead and see everything happening in here that is going. Boston Brewers, what's up, man? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, guys, we're in the middle of one real rookie draft that you see on the screen here, and then I'm going to be cranking some mocks. How are we doing here? Okay, guys, I can't hit start until we filled it. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 people. 4 people. Nick, you're in? Lovely, man. All right, guys, I need 4 folks to finish out the mock draft. 4 folks, all right? 4 folks. So YouTube, I know you can band together and do it. Discord, I need you guys in here. Let's get it popping, man. Let's get it popping. Let's do it. Yee. All right. All right, we've got 3 spots left. All right, guys, hell yeah. 3 spots left, and then we're ready to crank this mock draft. So get on in here. I am super close. I would honestly just make it auto pick, but unfortunately, then I would have to recreate the draft room. So I need folks that are watching out there. Hop on into this draft den. I need you guys coming through and then we can get it going. It'll be awesome, okay? It'll be epic. All right, come through. Had only rookies on a draft on Sleeper. You click rookie draft is what you do, actually. Yeah, kind of interesting. Okay. All right, folks, I'm tired of saying it. So I said the full boards over on YT, okay? Full boards on YT. Come through. Not the internet again. Uh-oh. No internet problems. All right, guys. If you are in the rookie mock, we have one spot to go, guys. Come on, one spot. I know we can get there. We are so damn close. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Where is my last and final member? I need one more. And then, guys, we are all wheels up, okay? All wheels up on the mock. As soon as I hit start, need one more. I need one more, all right? Either YouTube or TikTok. I'm going to post the link in both places. Okay, here you go. This is your chance. This is your chance. Get on in, and then we will be mock drafting. We need one spot filled, and that is drafting from spot 8. The second it is filled, I can go ahead and click this start draft button. So hop on in, guys. Hop on in. I need you. I need you, folks. I need you. Would love to have you guys in here. Oh, no. YouTube stream's dropping again. All right. Hopefully we're back. All right. Let's go ahead and try to get it going, guys. Try to get it going. I need one more. I need one more in the draft. Just pull the wheels. I can't pull it until the 8th spot is filled. Once we have it filled, we are wheels up and we're good to go. Okay? That's all I need. All I need is one more. All I need is one more to mock draft. You'll get the 10th once people see. No, I'd love to go ahead and do it. I'd love to go ahead and just click start. Oh, I'm ripping. And let's get it going. All right. There we go. We're starting the draft. We are starting the draft. And here we go. We're starting the draft. Can you guys see the start of this draft? Is it working? It's not working, huh? Let's start it, huh? Eden. I just want to start the draft. Why can't I start the draft? All right. Well, I know Aiden is gonna go ahead and take Jeremiah Love, so I'll go ahead and confirm that for him. Not working. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working, Aiden. I just refreshed it. Hopefully it'll fix itself here. I'm not sure why it's not working. I think it has something to do with my internet. Or 105, 111 in my Dynasty draft. I'm targeting Simpson with the 111, but deciding who I want to go to or a wide receiver in Price. I feel like Price has a lower ceiling, but might be early. Yeah, I would take the 2 best wide receivers available there personally if it was me, but at the same time, I'm not going to fault you if it doesn't work. All right, let's see if I can get this going. Okay. Do we have folks in here? I want to start the draft. Weird. Not working. Just doesn't want to work. That's fine. It's all good. Guys, I might have to end the stream briefly and just fix my internet problems because if I don't fix them now, they're just never going to work. So what I think I need people to do is just make sure you have your notifications turned on the YouTube channel here. And right after I reset my internet, I'll be back live for you. Okay? My apologies for the disconnects. But I'll be right back, okay? Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Your stream is lagging pretty bad too, dude. I feel like it's sending the start signal because the lag. Ah. Okay. Gotcha. Interesting. All right. Well, I think it's just got to be my internet. Um, Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I think I might just have to reset the internet here because, quite frankly, we are struggling. We are struggling. Yeah, I don't know what's going on exactly, but I think internet is just bugging out. Like she is having a really hard time right now, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. Um, which is weird because the internet speed test seems like it's actually going pretty well, but hmm, that's what it is. It's the upload speed. We got to go over and let's try to do to 0 for fun. Let's try again, huh? Maybe that'll help the stream a little bit. Okay, let's see if I click start draft now. Will it work? It will not. It will not. Hmm. Walshy, you got anything for me, man? You know what what's going on here? Okay. How are we doing? It looks like my stream health is back to excellent, so that's positive. Um, I'm not sure why I can't get the draft ripping. So let me see if I do this. If I go back and I go like that, and then I want to claim this spot. Can I go ahead and come together here? I want to start this draft. Nah, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. All right, we're on. Now I just can't see the players, though. So let's try to refresh. Let's see if it's working now. We might be back in business, fellas. After all said and done, we were just having some serious internet problems, but maybe this little fix with the VPN has saved us here. Let's see. If you guys are in the chat, let's go ahead and run some mock drafts finally. All right, if we can, if we ever decide we want to. Doesn't have to, but that'd be fun. I'd have a good time. I'd have a good time if it would work. That'd be cool. I'd be cool if it would work. I'd be thrilled about it. If not, it's all good. All right, folks. Can you guys hear me out there, or are we struggling? Let's see. I felt like my stream health was doing better for a second, but now I'm back down to poor, which seems unfortunate to say the very least. Okay. How's the stream health now? Still bad, huh? Wow. Having some serious Serious stream problems. Hmm. All right, guys. I know it's not showing the players. Here's what I'm gonna do. All right. This is frustrating to say the least, but I'm gonna go ahead and spin up a sleeper mock draft. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do a sleeper mock. All right, we'll do a sleeper mock, and I'll post the link in here. Would it be easier on sleeper? Well, we're gonna find out. To be honest, man, our tool is fantastic, and I think we're just working out a couple of the bugs here. But that all being said, the tool is gonna be awesome. Okay. All right, let's do an NFL mock draft here, and let's get this going. All right, we'll fill it up. We'll get everybody in here. We'll get it popping. I wanna get some action. All right, so let's see. Can I draft settings? I need this to be snake. Let's say Wednesday rookie mock. All right, let's see. All right, sleeper draft link is pinned. If you guys want to hop in, let's do it. Let's do it for real. Good now? All right, well, let's hope that works. Let's hope it works, folks, and we can get everybody in here. JK, not good? Oh no. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? There we go. Yeah. Internet's just trash today. There's no way around it, really. It's a bummer too, because it's like there's nothing I can do about it. It's just bad luck. Just bad luck, honestly. Well, maybe that'll help it. I don't know. How we doing? Connection lost? Connection back? Are we back in business? How's the stream health? Link, you'll join up? There you go. Well, I don't see a sleeper link. You should. Hold on. Let's see. Copy invite link. All right. How about that? Are we in? Sleeper draft link? I just pinned it. I just pinned it on the chat, folks. If you want to hop on in and claim your spot here, this is your chance to do so. All right. Copy invite link. I'll throw it in the Discord as well for fun, huh? Why not? Let's have some fun with it. All right. Here we go. We've got folks in the mock draft. We are half filled. We're half filled already. There we go. All right, folks. Let's gas. Let's have some fun out here, huh? I am excited. Perfect. You got it. Lovely, Alex. Let's go. Connor's in. Love to see it. All right, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back live on TikTok here, and we're going to do the best we can. Okay. Sports. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, we got a mock draft up. Let's have some freaking fun. Let's see. Damn, got sniped at the 107. All right. All right, folks, we've got people joining now. Now we're good to go. You love to see it. Let's go ahead and post this in here in case any folks want to join in over on the TikTok side of the house as well. I moved for you, Mark Twain TV. Look at you guys. Nice, man. Everybody coming together here. Swaggy's in the chat. Alex is in the chat. Chaz, Onion Knights, Senior Howard. What's up, dude? Senior Howard's in here. What's good, man? Senior Howard's in my real mock draft right now. Let's check on how we're doing, too. Senior Howard, what'd you take last, man? You took Zachariah Branch at the 210 last. I like it. All right. That's a fun pick. That's a fun pick for you. I'm glad it worked. Someone else sniped Sage. I feel you. All right, guys, we have 2 spots remaining. 1 and 12. 1 and 12. Who's going to be the lucky takers here? I know we've got people. I know we've got people that'll take these spots. If not, I'm just going to start them. I'm just going to start it if no one takes these picks here. But I would love to fill it up all the way if we can. Kev, I know you want a mock draft, man. Kev, don't you want a mock draft? Hop in this mock draft, man. I see you in the live. There you go. It's pinned. It's pinned for you right there. All you got to do is click the link. We need 2 more. We need 2 more, and then we'll rip it. We're not far away now. I'm a believer in the squad. Everyone's been patient. Everyone's been working with me through these technical difficulties here, and we're about to rip a mock draft. If you guys want in, click that link. There's 2 spots available. 2. Yes, you hear the words. 2 spots available left in the mock draft. If you want to join, this is your chance. Go ahead and click on that button. There's 2 spots. 2 spots available. Won't take me to it. Kev, man, you got to just copy and paste it. Logan's in. All right, we got 1 spot. 1 spot available, guys. 1 spot. Who's my 102? You're about to see. You're about to see because I'm about to take it right in front of you. If you guys want the full draft board, hop over to YouTube. Okay, hop over to YouTube if you want the full draft board. And here we go. All right, 1 spot available. Okay, and Max Clare. Max Clare goes off the board at the 211 in the real draft that I'm in right now. And now at the 212, we got Teddy Oates trying to figure out what he wants to do here. I am curious to see what happens because I am 1 pick away, guys. 1 pick away. All right, we need someone to claim Team 12 here. You're lagging, bro. Sorry, man. Hop over to YouTube. You'll get a better stream, okay? Better stream over on the tube. And Kevin is in. You know, always could trust on Kevin. Love to see that. All right, Kev, here we go. I'm clicking start draft, guys. You get 1 minute per pick. I wonder who Logan's going to take here. Probably going to be the absolute shocker of a lifetime at the 101. And we'll see if Logan decides to go Jeremiah Love or where he decides to go. I should not be muted. You should be able to hear me. You should be able to hear me, no problem there. All right, my turn to pick. 102 on the board. What am I going to do, guys? I'm going to take Jordan Tyson. That's what I'm going to do at the 102 here, okay? I'm going to take Jordan Tyson off the board, and I feel it. All right, Carnell Tate goes off the board at the 103. You like to see that. You like to see that. Can't blame him either way. Mendoza ADP super low. Is this 1 QB? Oh, maybe it is 1 QB. That's funny. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I did. Oops. Update. Mid-draft update. Can Sleeper do it? Can they process the changes? Or did I screw it all up? I screwed it all up, guys. You can't see the board anymore. All right. Can you guys still see the board or nah? Still see the board? Looks like it. Looks like we still got the board. Jadarian Price goes off the board next. There you go. Jadarian Price is next off the board. And now we've got what next? What next is our next off the board? We've got Omar Cooper Jr. going next off the board. And now Ty Simpson, Denzel Boston off the board next, and Eli Stowers. Guys, god dang it. This should not be a snake draft. Hold on. This has got to be linear, non-snaking. Update. No one saw that. Now it's up to me. Now it's back to Logan. There you go. You guys can tell I'm really doing this on the fly, huh? Really doing it on the fly today, okay? I got Tyson at the 103 and Jacoby Lane in the 3rd. That's incredible. Incredible value there. All right, we got Chris Bell go off the board at the 2-1. Okay, Chris Bell goes off the board at the 2-1. That's actually about par for the course of what I'm seeing lately. Now, here I am at the 202, and I got to decide what I want to do here. I'm a little torn. I'm debating between 2. If you guys know me, I'm debating between 2 here. And honestly, I'm tempted to go with Antonio Williams, but I'm going to take Jonah Coleman just because I like Jonah Coleman and I think that he has a lot more upside than what he has been given credit for. So I'm going to take Jonah Coleman there and leave my Antonio Williams share for somebody else to feast on. Okay. And it sucks. I feel bad about it. I wish I could have everybody, but I can't. I can't have everybody. So I'm taking Jonah Coleman, positional value there, and I'll swing more on wide receiver as we go along here. Let's see. How many rounds did I even create on this draft setting here? Seems a little long. Okay. Well, there you go. It's fine. It's fine. We'll stop after 3 rounds. Okay. So we got Malachi Fields go off the board. Emmett Johnson go off the board. Not bad. Not bad. Hey, Chef. Man, thank you so much for hopping in here. Bro, I saw your Discord message. I'm absolutely down for something like that. Sorry, I just haven't responded. I've been so busy cranking up tons of content left and right and prepping all the rookie draft stuff, but I will respond to you on Discord and we'll get something popping. And man, I need you on another trade show soon. All right? We gotta chop it up and talk some ball. Okay. I appreciate you sliding into the chat here, bro. Connor says, damn, we're going 15 rounds. Yes, we're going 15 rounds rookie draft. Longer than the real NFL draft, okay? You've never seen anything like this before. Okay, Skylar Bell goes, Antonio Williams, Jeremy Bernard. Lowest I've seen Jeremy Bernard go, guys. That's a deep fall for Jeremy Bernard there. We got Max Clare at the 2-9. Now, let's see what Killer's going to do. Is he going to follow Ty Simpson up with some wide receiver help? Honestly, there's one receiver on the board here at the 210 that is crazy value. Zachariah Branch, Elijah Surratt at the 211, guys. That is crazy value, in my opinion. Crazy value at the 211 right there, I think. All good, dude. I've been seeing the hard work. It looks great. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Chef. Appreciate it. You're the man. Bobby says, I have the 2-1, 2-9, 3-3, no idea what to do. Well, hopefully this helps you, man. Hopefully this helps you. If this is your guys' first time here too, Dynasty Price Check over on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It would be super, super appreciated, man. That would be just very, very helpful for the program. All right, and guess what, guys? I just got the alert. It's my turn to pick in real life at the real draft, but I can't believe you guys let me do this. You let me get Jacoby Lane here. You let me get my guy. I'm honestly entirely and completely shocked. You guys let Jacoby Lane fall to the 3-2 for me. And man, in a 12-man league, I feel like the value is crazy right there. Crazy value on Jacoby Lane at the 3-2. And so far, really like my draft. Really like my draft. I'm going to cut this after 4 rounds. But man, I'm liking my draft so far. Actually, most people are putting together a pretty decent draft I'm seeing here, which is nice. Okay, I'm also on the board in my real draft. Should we see what's going on over here and who I'm going to take? Guys, chat, sound off if you're looking at my real draft board. I got Mike Washington, Malachi Fields, Ted Hurst, Skylar Bell, Cade Klubnik. All these guys are available and on the board. You tell me what you would be doing here. You tell me what you'd be doing. I'm curious. I want the folks to chime in. I've got a rookie draft on Friday. Wanted to hear your opinion on the Bells and Bernard. I've got the 207 and 211. Okay. Well, yeah, man. I've got tons of opinions on this draft class. Tyson at 1-2. Yes, I did go Tyson at the 1-2. I do have Tyson above Tate still here, and I know it's probably not a popular opinion, but I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna stick to my guns here. You know, that's where I'm at these days. Let's see, guys. Tyson at the 1-2. Yes, Tyson at the 1-2. Who, me? Yeah, you. Stribling at the 3-8. Raridon at the 3-9. Justin Jolly at the 3-10. Claiborne at the 3-11, which I like that pick. I like that pick at the 3-11. Kevin Coleman, 3-12. All right, guys, last round. We're gonna run the 4th round, and that's gonna be it. Okay, run the 4th round, and that'll be all. But then let's see it. Oh yeah, see my roster? Of course. There you go. There's the roster. Roster is Jordan Tyson, Jacoby, Lane, and Jonah Coleman here. Okay, all right, guys. This draft has fallen kind of the exact way I would hope. Damn, this is tough. This is tough. I want to take Adam Randall here and just reward my guy because I quite frankly see some upside with him here, but also at the same time, this is a super flex draft, and it's like I feel like you almost have to take Cade Klubnik here, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take Adam Randall. I'm gonna have some fun with it. This is a mock draft. I have Tyson and Tate so close. I've been taking Tate 102 because I've been getting Tyson 103 and want exposure to both. Yeah, I don't have a problem with taking exposure to both and just, yeah, enjoying what the board's giving you. But for the most part, for me, I think personally that Jordan Tyson has got the highest ceiling in the class, and I just want to go for the guy with the highest ceiling overall, personally. But that's just kind of where I'm at. Cade Klubnik goes 4-3, no issue there. That's what I would have done as well. Who do I like at the 3-7? At the 1-7, sorry. 1-7, I like this draft so far. If you can get Jadarian Price at the 1-7, I think that's really, really good value, personally. But if Price is already off the board, then I think Casey Conception or Kenyon Sadiq are totally fine consolation prizes there. There you go. You have Jamari Taylor go off the board at the 4-4. Not bad right there. Yeah, not bad. Got Jamari Taylor go off the board, and then we've got yeah. All right. What is everybody thinking as far as their consensus wide receiver rankings 102 to 104? Like, what are we doing in that range? Okay, Garrett Nussmeier goes off the board. Deion Burks goes off the board next. One more round. You want to go another round? You want to go 5th round rookie draft? No, I'm not doing 5 rounds. There's not enough exciting prospects for me to go 5 rounds. Fine. You guys want to go 5 rounds? We'll go 5 rounds. Now I don't want to go 5 rounds. I only wanted to go 5 rounds so that I could take Eli Hendenreck. That's okay. All right, we did it, guys. We did it. 412, Taylor Green. I like it. Tate, Lemon, Tyson in that order. Damn. Okay. That's not the order I would go, but again, at the same time, I'm not going to fault anybody because I think that there's tons of different chances you could take here. Let's see. Is there anybody I actually like on this board? Not really. At this point, you probably should just be smashing every running back out there by the one chance that we could potentially get a sleeper, but instead I'm going to go Michael Trigg there. Pull Trigg, Dallas Trigg, Tate because higher ADP, Tyson, Lemon, pretty easy 3rd. Yeah, I don't entirely disagree with that. I think different draft capital means different things for sure. Why do I like Tyson more than Tate? You think Olave might get traded eventually? I could see a lot of outcomes with Chris Olave, to be honest. I think I talked about it in my last YouTube video as well, but I could see Chris Olave getting traded. Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, he's had the health concerns and the issues there. I don't know if they want to commit and pay him top dollar long term, but I don't think I'm more into the trade aspect as I am into just in general. I trust Kellen Moore to run a high powered offense and to distribute a ton of targets. And I think with a bunch of pieces now on this team, like Travis Etienne coming in, coming in, and obviously you already had Chris Olave, now you add Jordan Tyson, and I just think that we'll be able to get some high movement in that Kellen Moore system, and that Tyler Shook should be able to support 2 relevant fantasy wide receivers there. And I just think the ceiling's higher. I just think he's a better prospect, but that's just me. I'm like going to grade it off the talent. Do we think the price will hold value when Zach comes back? I think that's like a really tough one because there's a very real world where Jadarian Price like eats all over the map and everybody's super happy. And then there's a also very real world where he's like the same thing as Kenneth Walker last year, where he's productive in between the 20s. And then they put Emmanuel Wilson in on the goal line, and they punch the ball in with 226-pound Emmanuel Wilson. And Jadarian Price has like 4 touchdowns on the year. So there's definitely risk that comes along with Price. Like I like the upside that you're potentially getting in the range that you're taking him, but yeah. If Sadiq falls to 7, my friend said he'd give me Purdy, so I'm kind of hoping on that. Yeah, dude, you take Brock Purdy there every day of the week, and you do not even think twice about it. That would be beyond a steal. Okay, well, guys, we did it. We did it. I'm gonna go ahead and end this because we made it. We made it 5 full rounds. Okay, 5 full rounds. Boom. Done. Done. Convert into a sleeper league. Should we convert into a league based off rookies right now, guys? Well, guys, let's go through this draft board though for a little bit, and I'll recap it because I do want to highlight some of the picks here, and I'm curious. I want to hear people's takes in the comments while I'm talking about this board. So obviously we have Jeremiah Love 1 overall. Not surprising there. Now, yes, I did go Jordan Tyson, because again, I do think his ceiling is higher, a little bit higher just as far as talent goes, and so I'm kind of banking on that being the outcome there. Now, Carnell Tate, totally fine consolation prize at the 3rd overall pick. You can't be mad about that. Makai Lemon at the 4. This is where things got interesting. Swaggy P out here, Swaggy ends up taking Casey Conception over Fernando Mendoza. Personally, not the pick I would take. I would be taking Mendoza. I do think Mendoza's falling a bit. He's still got great draft capital, great coach, a lot of ability to succeed from a dynasty landscape. And then we have Jadarian Price go at the 1-7, Kenyon Sadiq at the 1-8, and Omar Cooper Jr. at the 1-9, Ty Simpson at the 1-10. To be honest, I'm curious on your guys' take with these two, 1-9 and 1-10. Like in a super flex format, are you really taking Omar Cooper over Ty Simpson in that Jets landing spot? I personally would be taking Ty Simpson there. In fact, I'd be taking Eli Stowers over Boston, Cooper, and Simpson even. But that's maybe just me. I do play in a lot of heavy tight end premium formats. But then we have Stowers at the 112. That's really great value, honestly. Chris Bell at the 2-1. He's been flying up draft boards here. And like I said, I had Chris Bell go at the 112 just earlier today. Jonah Coleman at the 2-2. Nick Singleton 2-3. Emmett Johnson 2-4. I think that's probably comfortable range to be taking some of these running backs. Give yourself a shot there. Malachi Fields, Antonio Williams. This is like honestly the best value of the draft for me. Like I could see Antonio Williams rising up to be like a very early 2nd round pick when it's all said and done. Because quite frankly, guys, 21 years old, lands in a really good spot in Washington, and he's got a ton of upside there. I mean, lack of target competition is massive. Skylar Bell in Buffalo, again, decent landing spot. Jeremy Bernard in Pittsburgh, maybe he's kind of the future there. We'll see what happens with DK and over with Michael Pittman now. And we had Elijah Surratt go at the 211. I thought crazy good value there as well. But guys, let's jump over real quick because for my folks on YouTube right now, we got to band together. I need the people to chime in. I am on the clock in a real startup draft. And I want to know what you guys would be doing here. So let me know what you would be doing in this draft because I want to hear your takes. It's the 213. So this is a 16-man league. So this is really like the 304 probably, all things considered. And yes, I am on the clock right now. And I could decide here. Who do I like most out of Singleton, Emmett Johnson, or Katron Allen, or Mike Washington? Out of that group, I'm probably taking Emmett Johnson. Okay. Maybe the Genti owner could get Washington. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a bad move. I'm not sure who has Ashton Genty, but I could definitely look into it. Let's see. What else do we got, guys? Alex says, oh no, Alex, I got you on that one. Let's see. Connor says, feel like every league, I want Mendoza. He's going to go like 1-2, and the leagues don't need him. Fall out. I'm liking Fields here. Yeah, I don't mind taking Malachi Fields here. I think I'm either between Malachi Fields or Ted Hurst. Um, I could see a world where I go Mike Washington and just kind of dangle him over the Ashton Genty owner. But to be frank, guys, I do need wide receivers in this league. Now, I don't like to draft for need, which is obviously an issue that I have. But um, let's see. What else do I got here? Do I got any trades that could be interesting? Not that one. Who has Ashton Genty in this league? Let's go and do that search. We've got Ashton Genty, and that's Quipscop. Okay. All right, so let's go over and let's propose a trade here because I do think we could get something done. And he does need his backup. So let's see if I could get Guys, I'm kind of looking at seeing what can I do to get Jaden Higgins on this roster from this guy. So let's make a live trade, huh? You guys want to make a live trade with me? I think it could be fun to make a live trade. Okay. Jeremy Bernard. Is Jeremy Bernard? No, Jeremy Bernard's already gone. He got taken a while back, I reckon. Right or no? Did he or did he not? Yeah, he did. He already went. Okay, so what we're working with, like I said, wide receiver wise, we're looking at Skylar Bell, Ted Hurst, Malachi Fields. Here we're looking at some running backs that have upside. We do have Cade Klubnik still on the board. Tight end position kind of got nuked a little bit there. Could you add a second in 2028? I could add a second in 2028. Quite frankly, what I want to do is let me see. I need wide receivers. What if I could go and try to get Jaden Higgins, and I'll give him this pick here, which is 213. And I'll also give him, let's see, what other position does he need? He does need tight end. I could probably give him, You think I should be going for Devontae Adams here? I do actually. I do actually like going Devontae Adams better. I like Hurst over Fields just because the Bucks have always had multiple wide receivers that can produce well. I agree. Where does Washington usually go in these? Let's see. As the Genty owner. Oh, well, good question, Bobby, because we're literally talking about that right now. I actually I'm on the board at the 213 right now. Again, this is a 16-man league, so the 213 is really what, like the 305 or 306 or something. And Mike Washington is sitting on the board right now. So, I can't say that always will be the case. In fact, in this mock draft we just did, if I show the board, where did Mike Washington go in this one? He went at the 3-5. So, yeah. No love for Dazon Stribling, almost a first-round pick. I'm not thrilled about Stribling. I think, is he still on the board? He is still on the board. I could take him. That does kind of fundamentally go against my Seattle Seahawks nature. So that does make it a little bit hard, but let's see. I could do this. Let me give him the 213 here. And I'll add Theo Johnson because he really needs tight ends because he only has Mason Taylor, and Mason Taylor just got absolutely nuked. And instead, I want a 27 second. Can I get a 27 second? He doesn't have one. I could get a 28 second back. All right, guys, how do we feel about this trade then? How do we feel about sending away the 213 right now, which is potentially Mike Washington, to the Ashton Genty owner, attached to Theo Johnson? Keep in mind, the only tight end on his entire roster is Mason Taylor. And I would be getting back Devontae Adams and a 2028 second round pick. How do you guys feel about that? I am a wide receiver needy team. I would like everybody's feedback from the chat. Go ahead and let me know what we're doing here on that deal. I do need wide receivers. So, Keep that in mind. Let's see. Am I high on Boston? Not necessarily. Repeat it back. Yeah, Swaggy. It is. I would be sending away Theo Johnson and the 213, which is potentially Mike Washington here, to the Ashton Genty owner, and I would be getting back Devontae Adams and a 2028 second round pick. How do we feel about that deal, guys? How do we feel about it? How do we feel about that? Don't think he will take that. Asking for a 28-2 back is too much. Okay. No, yeah. All good. Smash it harder than Tuesday. than Tuesday. I feel like there's no way he accepts that. I would do it. Okay. All right. Well, let's try. Let's try first. I mean, he only has Mason Taylor. This is a tight end premium league, and quite frankly, like, this is not a great position to be in if you're him right now. What if I add another third in here just for the hell of it? How about that? I'll add another third. I've got a bunch of thirds in this draft. I'll add the 315. Okay, that means next to nothing to me. Boom. There you go. The offer's been sent, and I'm gonna follow it up with a message that says, all right, there we go. I sent him the offer. Let's see what he has to say. Maybe we can get a deal done after all, because quite frankly, I would be happy to do so. I would like to make that trade. That sounds like a great deal. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. All right, well, it's sent. Let's see what he does about it. I hope he accepts. I'm not crazy confident that he will, but quite frankly, he definitely needs a tight end really badly, and I'm hoping that alone is what pushes him to do the deal. Quite frankly, that's what I'm hoping right now. But yeah, that's where we're at. All right, trade's been sent. I put an hour timer on it, so hopefully it doesn't take him too long. But to be frank, you never know. This is a slow draft, so people could take some time. You guys want to run back another mock draft though? If we gas up another mock draft here, how's everybody doing in the chat? Should we do another mock draft out here? If you guys want to do another rookie mock, I could do that, or we could do some roster reviews at some point too. So I'm happy with whatever. Make sure to drain the clock to create FOMO. That's what I did, dude. That's what I did. I don't think Theo has much value. Yeah, a lot of people are low on Theo Johnson, to be honest. Not that I think Theo Johnson is like incredible, but I do think that, quite frankly, he has a lot more upside than people are willing to acknowledge. I think everyone's like thinking Isaiah Likely is somehow going to like come in and just be the guy. I don't think that that's the case. I think this is John Harbaugh. I think we've seen a lot of this before in Baltimore, and quite frankly, Isaiah Likely just could never carve out like an absolute stud, workload over there. And so I don't really know if I expect that to happen again here. So, all right, let's see. I'm going to create another mock. Okay, guys, let's do it. Let me see if I can get the draft settings right this time. Linear, Dynasty 2 QB, 12 teams, 60 seconds per pick, rookies only. Lovely. Okay, roster settings. Okay. We will do, general settings. Yep, boom, linear. Okay, rookies, 60 seconds. Great. Guys, how do I set the round limit? Why am I having so much trouble setting the round limit? Is it just based off of like how many bench spots and stuff we have? All right, cool. There you go. 7 rounds is where you're at now. All right. You really like scat this year? Bro, me too. Theo Johnson, will Malik Neighbors look like Traylon Burks? I like that. Might just take a tight end at 213 if he accepts also. Yeah, Could be. Could be, actually. That's not entirely false there. You could be right. All right, guys. Let me send out this invite link. Let's go ahead and crank another mock draft, shall we? There you go. Invite link is live. As fast as we can fill these 12 teams is as quick as we will go. And we'll round to it. Where should I draft from this time, guys? Give me an interesting spot here. How about I draft from the 109. That's a really hard spot to draft from, I reckon. So I'll go ahead and give myself the 1-9. You have to make them flex spots, or it'll only let us take 2 running backs. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's quite interesting. There you go. How about that? All right, here we go. Gadsden worth the 112. Henry Strange and Joku are my guys. This is a brutal one, man. Yes, like in theory, I do believe that the 112 this year is worth Gadsden just for the upside swing. Now, all that being considered, I probably would just shop otherwise. But to be frank, it's actually also possible that just doing this as a process deal so that you can potentially still shop more afterwards is also a very potential option, because like, if you guys get what I'm saying, this is what I mean to say. It's a very good chance that the rest of your league members look at the 112 and say, ugh, gross, and look at Arondre Gadsden and say, oh, actually, I'm kind of interested, right? So I think you have to like kind of know your league economy and your scoring settings a bit, because if by some chance that's the position that they're in, maybe you make that deal just for the fact that you can make another trade afterwards that's better. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hate it. I don't hate it by any means. Okay, we got 3 more spots left. 3 more spots. UK Chief in here. Dirk, what's up, Dirk? DJ SP, what's up, DJ SP? DJ SP, you're in one of the listener leagues, aren't you? I can't remember which one, but you're in one of the listener leagues. Appreciate you coming in. All right, we've got a couple more spots to fill, and then we're good to go. Couple more spots to fill, and then we are good to go. All right, let's see. A couple more spots, and then we're chilling. Also, man, TikTok has really just sent me for a loop today, man. Just absolutely dogged me. Dogged me all over the map, dude. TikTok has today. It's like, if only TikTok could like get a working streaming service, think about how nice that would be. Oh no, now I turn my ring light on and man, am I getting some solid glasses glare here. You guys can see it in the glasses too, can't you? Hold on. Let me adjust this position so you guys don't have to see the ring in my eye the whole time. All right, guys, we got 1 spot available in the draft still, 1 spot. Let's see what we can do. 1 spot available. Oh, and it's full, just like that. All right, let's go ahead and rip another rookie mock, huh? Let's just have some fun, shall we? Okay, all right, rookie mock time. Let's do it. All right, we're starting the draft. I wonder who the 101's going to take. Always hard to predict, you know? This year's a tough one. Okay, I've got 2 rich, saying I need IDP rookie help. Okay, yeah, hit me. We can talk IDP. I got no issue with that. We can absolutely talk IDP rookie draft. Okay, and guys, the picks are flying. Okay, here's the deal. Picks are flying. This is what's happening. We had Jeremiah Love, 101. Makai Lemon 102. Interesting. Swaggy's going Makai Lemon there. Likes to shake up the board. Respect from Swaggy there. I appreciate him willing to switch it up for us. Carnell Tate at the 1-3 and Fernando Mendoza at the 1-4 and Jordan Tyson at the 1-5. Man, I wish I was the 105 owner right now in this rookie mock because I would have been thrilled to take Jordan Tyson right there. Wow. Okay, there you go. Okay, Jordan Tyson goes there. Jadarian Price at the 1-6. That's about par for the course at this point, from what I'm seeing on the Jadarian Price side of the house. Like, a lot of people are consensus taking Price as a top 6 rookie draft pick now. Now, Casey Conception goes off the board. Not surprised about that. Now, we're going to go to the 1-8 here. I think unequivocally it's going to be Kenyon Sadiq, and I'm going to be left in the danger zone. But let's go ahead and see what happens here because this is a super flex league. And guys, if Sadiq doesn't go here, I'm just going to say it straight up. I'm going to take Ty Simpson. And I know it's not crazy popular as Eli Stowers is still on the board, and I think he's got upside too. And there you go. He does. So, I will take Ty Simpson here, and I've done it. And I think, quite frankly, you kind of just have to, based off the nature that this is a super flex league, and you have to be taking quarterback here. The landing spot is simply too good. Now, Stowers goes to the 111, Omar Cooper at the 110. We had Hi Nathan says, I sold the 103, 107, and 111 and Ramondre for Bucky, Tet, and 2/4. Looking to insulate off Tet. Thoughts? I like the Tet side of this deal personally, just because I would be fine paying the 103 and the 111 for Tet alone, but that's just me. And then the 204 Bucky for basically the 107 is a pretty great deal in my opinion. Okay, Chris Bell goes at the 112 again. Shocking to see, but it has been happening a lot. Can you show the 101 through 103? I cannot. This is the portrait mode on TikTok. To see the full board, hop over to the YouTube stream, guys, which is, like I said, super easy. Linked on the profile. Just find me Dynasty Price Check. Okay, same thing as you will see here, just the entirety of the board. Antonio Williams goes 2-2. As I was expecting, Antonio Williams is starting to creep up a bit. Okay. So definitely, yeah. Jonah Coleman, 203. Okay, I like that. Drafting this early. This is rookie drafts. So yes, Dynasty, absolutely. Where did Love go? Love went 101. Love should always go 101 in your rookie drafts. Love should go 101 in your rookie drafts. Like I said, guys, if you want to see the full board, please hop on over to the YouTube channel. That will be all available for you right there. Okay. Should be nice and easy to see and find. Okay. Jonah Coleman, 2-3, Nick Singleton at the 2-4, and Jeremy Bernard at the 2-5. Okay. Now we have Elijah Surratt go at the 2-6. Now this is a lot more how I was expecting rookie drafts to go. Dude was paying them $55 total out of 200. I have to drop Herbert and Fields inheriting a team. Should I go with Mendoza with the 109? Give me, yeah, dude, if you can get Mendoza at the 109, is this a 1 QB or a 2 QB? Because, if this is a super flex league, he should never be making it that far. How do you trade during a rookie draft? Same way you trade normally. You send offers and you attach draft picks and you try to move around. I mean, I always like to move around in rookie drafts. Okay, and Stribling goes, and man, you guys are just leaving me with my guy every time. I'm smashing Jacoby Lane, and I'm not even thinking twice about it. I love it. Yes, I will take Jacoby Lane over Emmett Johnson, Mike Washington, Ted Hurst, Chris Brazzle, all the rest. I have been a big Jacoby Lane fan, and it's not going to stop now. Let's see. Landon says, how do I trade? We talked about that. I have the 101. I'm a pick Love, but who else should I target? Well, what other picks do you have? Stick says trading the 109 for 202, 205, 208. I wouldn't. I'd rather just have the higher pick. Like, especially in this year's class, I think just having the higher pick is just better value, personally. That's kind of where I'm at. Well, Emmett Johnson goes off the board at the 211 here. And so we do have Emmett Johnson going. Hi, Nathan, saying Singleton this high is bananas. I do agree with that. I do think that Nick Singleton this high is a little rich for my blood. But that's just me. I would personally be holding there. I still think, it sounds funny, but guys like Tajay Spears still have some upside. And 201 and onwards. What do you mean and on? Like, in general. Okay. 201, I'd be probably looking at, like, depends on who falls, right? Because if Stowers is on the board, you're taking him. If Chris Bell is on the board, I don't mind taking a swing there. Antonio Williams is a guy I like there. Jonah Coleman is a guy I like there. Denzel Boston, if he falls, is a guy I like there. And even Elijah Surratt is a guy that I wouldn't flame you for taking there. So I think you have options. Where do I value Branch? I'm not a huge Zachariah Branch guy. Quite frankly, I'm pretty hesitant to take him before like the late second round, early third round. Just because I think he's mostly like a shot in the dark. But, I don't think that, I think landing spot wise, he has the best opportunity to deliver points this year. There's not a lot in that offense outside of Drake London and Kyle Pitts, for the pass catching goes. And so, I guess you could say Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was sleepy, all right. Oh, Beck versus Drew Aller. Probably going to take Beck. I don't like either of them, but I think Arizona is more likely to give him a chance to play. I think Pittsburgh is weirdly in this zone of we always want to compete. We always want to compete, which is fair. I understand that sentiment. Okay. I'm jumping over to this real quick because we had someone in the chat. Can I scream Zeppy? I guess. I don't know what that means, but someone was asking, who are my top 4 Dynasty running backs? Well, here you go. All right. Pinned in the chat, guys. DynastyPriceCheck.com. Here are my player rankings, updated as of 2 days ago. So you can go through and you can see who my top 4 Dynasty running backs are, and that is Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Devon Achane, and Ashton Genty. Those are currently the rankings. However, I'm going to add rookies in a matter of days here. So actually, probably later today, to the overall rankings. The rookie rankings are separate in there. All right. Raridon goes right before me. Skylar Bell goes before me. Claiborne goes before me. Damn, that's probably the direction I was going to look. At the 3-9 here, I do feel like it's not bad value to just take Mike Washington. I don't hate going Cade Klubnik here. I hate to be this guy taking the crazy hot take of Adam Randall over Mike Washington just because but honestly I'm gonna do it, man. I think a better path to starting, and he's 21. Mike Washington's 24 if I remember correctly. Let me just check. I'm gonna double check and then I'll smash this pick. Let's see. You know what? Clock's winding down. I don't have time. I'm taking Adam Randall there, okay? Yeah, I'm doing it. We took Adam Randall. Yes, that was probably a swing, but I don't care. I like taking Adam Randall there. I think I know a lot of people are going to look at that and be like, dude, you're crazy. Here's the thing. I think if I'm going to draft a 24-year-old running back in Mike Washington, I better be the Ashton Genty owner. And if I'm not, I'm probably literally just holding him to trade to the Ashton Genty owner. And I'd rather just take a 21-year-old running back that might have the chance to actually do it. Jack Adams says, will you review a trade? Yeah, of course, man. I always review trades. Just throw in whatever. 103, 108 for Chase Brown, 112, 27 first. Who wins? I'll take the Chase Brown side of this like comfortably, like super, super comfortably. I think if you got the Chase Brown. Is Lane over Stowers insane for the 201? Yes, I do think that's insane. I really like Jacoby Lane, as you guys have been watching me stash him in a ton of rookie drafts so far, but I do think Eli Stowers is a far better player. So yeah, I'd have to take Stowers. Um, Fits well with London. I get that. I got Boston 110, Antonio Williams 210, PPR thoughts. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. I think Boston at the 110 after seeing the landing spot might be a little bit rich, just because I'm not like a believer at all in the Cleveland Browns. But I do think Antonio Williams at the 210 is incredible value. Like, not even going to overstate the fact that there's a very decent chance that Antonio Williams outscores Denzel Boston this season. So, no pick in the third is crazy. What do you mean, no pick in the third? Connor. I took a pick. Wait, where's Connor in here? Oh, are you just roasting me because you think that's a terrible pick? That's funny. Is Antonio Williams 206 a reach? No. No, not at all. Not at all a reach. I would be very happy to bring in Antonio Williams at the 2-6. In fact, I would probably be taking Antonio Williams like as early as the 2-3. I think the 2-3 is fine. Let's see. Is Singleton at the 201 overpriced? Yes. I would not be taking him at the 2-1. I think the 2-1 is far too rich for my blood. Damn it, Eli Hendenrich has not fallen to me once in these rookie drafts. Who's my top 5 IDP picks? Ooh, that's a very tough one, Bobby. Um, hmm. Probably in no particular order. You got to be going Arvell Reesing, Caleb Downs, pretty high up. Probably also be taking Ruben Bain in there, even though he fell a little bit. I'm not exactly sure where I have all my IDP rankings yet. I love Claire in rookie drafts. I don't see a full round difference between him and Stowers. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that totally. Like, I wouldn't fault anybody if they were really high on taking Max Claire. I think the real tough part for me with the Max Claire pick is more just the fact that I'm a pretty big believer in Terrence Ferguson, and I that puts me between a rock and a hard place because quite frankly, I just genuinely believe that Terrence Ferguson is still going to be the future of the Rams, like tight end room, as Sean McVay traded up to get him. They absolutely like had designed plays for him towards the end of the season, which is great. So I think that's definitely something I'm interested in. Oh, I'm on the board. You know, I'll take Deion Burks here. Why not? Let's have some fun. Um, yeah, no, I like the thing with Max Clare though is I actually liked him a lot more before his landing spot. And it kind of just worked out that way. Gordox says, "What app is this? This is the Sleeper app, man. Sleeper app." Let's see. Landon says, "Do you have any orphan teams you need filled?" I do. I do have a few orphan takeovers. So, Landon, if you're already in the Discord, are you already in the Discord? I can't remember. If you are, send me a message in there, and we can get you connected. We do have orphans that are going to get posted almost every day in our League Finder channel. So if you guys aren't in the Discord already, just go over to dynastypricecheck.com and then you can click on the homepage, join free Discord, and you're good to go. In fact, if you hop on over right now, you can see here's dynastypricecheck.com. You go here, and on the homepage, there's a big button right there that says join free Discord. Click on that, and you guys are good to go. And yeah. Okay, we made it through 4 rounds. Let's pause the draft and let's talk about him a little bit. And also, Wait, you need orphan fellas, Stan? Yeah, I always need orphan fellas, dude. There's people left and right that are all re-exploring their dynasty landscape. Swaggy, if you need another league, man, you just text me. I thought you were full up for a moment, dude. Um, there's no pick. That's crazy. Oh, there's no pick in the third. That's crazy this year. I do agree. Okay, thank you, Connor. I get what you meant. What's the highest I'd take Claire? If this is a tight end premium league, like start two tight end league, um, the highest I'd take Claire would be 202. What app is this? This is the Sleeper app, but if you are looking for an awesome way to go about all your Dynasty Fantasy Football needs and playing with new tools, I would go and check out dynastypricecheck.com. Okay, dynastypricecheck.com is going to be your place to be. Okay, let's see. I just got a trade offer in a different league, so let's go ahead and pull it up on screen. Let's take a look at it for fun, folks. You guys want to take a look at it? Oh, I'm still on the board here. Okay. Let's see. What else we got? Okay. Well, we got this trade right here, which is everyone can do trades with me. Okay. Michael Wilson in the 302 for the 201 and the 205. You guys, what are we doing about this trade? Are you live on YouTube trying to see the full board? Yes, I am live on YouTube. Same exact account, Dynasty Price Check. Just hop on over, make sure you're subscribed to the channel over there, and you will see the full board. But guys, chime in. Are you taking this trade or no? You taking this trade? I would be getting Michael Wilson. I am a Michael Wilson receiver of this trade. You'd rather have Michael Wilson? I just traded Hampton, JMO, and the 202 for Neighbors and Trey Harris. That's fine. That's fine. Elliot says, I would do that. Yeah, I love that pick. Connor, thank you, Connor. Took Claire 2.03. Oh, yeah, that's a huge, huge tight end premium. Winky Dink says, I do it. Tyler says, hell nah. All right, well, we got split. I got 211 for my dynasty and need everything. Who should I grab? 211? That's all you got? I mean, honestly, man, I would have to see the draft board, but if we go ahead and look at like a draft board I'm in right now, this is a live draft. You can see we've got guys at the 211 like Max Clare, Zachariah Branch, Drew Aller, Jacoby Lane, Emmett Johnson would fall if you're really lucky. Personally, I think if you can get a receiver in that range, like a Jacoby Lane, Elijah Surratt, someone like that, it's probably the best value you're going to get, personally. Who's more valuable, Wilson or DK? Probably about even, but probably Michael Wilson just has more room to grow just based off the age and like lack of contract spike yet. But guys, I need more chiming in on this trade. Should I counter? Should I take this? Should I counter? What do you think I should do? I know what I want to do. I would be fine paying the 201 for Michael Wilson. It's like the 205 seems like kind of the steep add-on here. Now I am only moving down, a certain amount of spots here, so I would be getting the 302 back. It's not bad value. I just think I could maybe get a little bit more. I tried just the 2-1. He wouldn't do it. So he definitely wants some other type of swap here. I think what I'm going to do is, let me counter here. I think if I remember right, I have the 205, but I have the 212. He's just not interested in the 212. I was countering with that. Give me the, let me add the 212 and we'll take off the 205 and I need back. Doesn't he have somebody who's like my handcuff or something? No, he doesn't really. He doesn't really have a lot that helps me here. He's got the 301, 302, 303, 309. I would do the 212 to drop to the 306. Let's do that. I recently got Wilson for the 202, but they wouldn't budge. But if they wouldn't budge, I'd do that. Maybe try to get a 28-2 instead of the 302. Sent the 201 and 205 for Wilson and Sharps. Well, dude, I would love to do that. I tried that already. He just wouldn't take it. I'm kind of off the Wilson trade if you got to add the 2-5. Yeah, I agree. I think the 2-5 is too much, so I'm going to just add the 212 here. 2-1, 212 for Michael Wilson and the 306. I think that's mostly fair. Chime over on TikTok, guys. Where are you guys at on TikTok on this trade? I got some folks over on YouTube chiming in. Get Wilson and Tesla if he wants more. Yeah, I don't mind taking Tesla. I don't know if that really like helps me a ton here. Is Lane good value at the 2-1? Yeah, I'm fine taking Jacoby Lane at the 2-1 personally. Bobby says, what could I trade the 201 for? I also have the 2-9, 303. I could add one also. Yeah, I think you could. Okay, you're saying the Michael Wilson side easy there. All right. Yeah, I'm mostly agreeing that this is the right fit for me. So I'm going to go ahead and put an hour timer on that, and we'll send that one back off. Let's go back over, though, because I do want to see what's the deal with this trade, and has he looked at it? He has not looked at it yet, but I do want to do this deal. I want to get this deal done. I'm on the clock, so I want to get that deal done. Also, we had a trade pop up over here. And it was Malik Willis and Bo Nix for Baishal Tootin. That's a smash decline. I'm sorry, pal. Sorry, buddy. Those are two guys on my no-go list. That is a no-go for me. I am not a fan of Baishal Tootin or Malik Willis for that matter. So we're going to go ahead and smash decline on those, but that's all right. I can talk through some of these. Wonder what bench trade cut says. What are you saying? Keep trade cut? I don't need to look at trade calculators. I got a good idea of what I want to do in here. I'm looking for the crowd interaction. I want you guys to let me know what you think I should do with some of these trades. I think it's fun. Add the third. What can I trade the 201 for? Yeah, definitely add the third round pick and go shopping, Bobby. I'd say like if you could go 201 and 303 and try to flirt with someone in like Wan'Dale Robinson, Terry McLaurin. Zach says, I personally think Tesla gives more production than anyone in that round. Yeah, that's very potentially true. Gage says, thoughts on these trades? 2.03 for Worthy and 210 for Chris Rodriguez. I like the 210 for Chris Rodriguez one. I think that's like super good value. But outside of that, I don't think you need to do the Worthy one right now. Let's see. Zach. Peyton says, with Brissett starting, Wilson will be good again this year. I do agree. Plus Cards defense is bad, so they'll be playing a lot of garbage time. Yeah, I do agree with that. I agree with that for sure. I think my main thoughts, honestly, is like, especially on the Michael Wilson thing, is like half the reason I'm trying to buy Michael Wilson in a lot of leagues right now is, wait, no sound? How do we have no sound? DJ, are you sure you're not muted? I have sound. I can see my sound registering. Can you guys hear me now? I feel like you can. Okay, all I was saying is that my main thought on the Michael Wilson thing and buying him right now is like, I just see exactly what happened to Alec Pierce this year happening to Michael Wilson next year. Like, I think he gets like a solid dynasty value boost when he signs a nice extension next offseason. And quite frankly, like, you could be buying him right now for a lot cheaper than he's going to go for next offseason. And so even if you have to just hold him for a season, I have no problem doing that. Bobby says, I'd like to try to get Tucker Kraft or Brees in a 0.5 tight end premium. I have Fannin too, but would like to have another than him and Schultz. I mean, I actually think Dalton Schultz is a pretty good contending piece to have, but all that being considered, like, yeah, I mean, dude, if you can send the 201 and a third round pick and get either of those guys, Tucker Kraft or Brees Hall, I'm not even going to say Taco League, but it sounds pretty close to it because that's incredible value. Like, you should not be able to get that done, personally, in my opinion. How do we feel about Harvey this year? Dude, Harvey's nuked, man. I like not only have I not been on RJ Harvey at all, but like Jonah Coleman just absolutely and totally snipes RJ Harvey for me here. But that's just me. I think that Jonah Coleman is just better. I think Jonah Coleman has more talent. I think he's a better pure runner. I think J.K. Dobbins eats up all the rest out of that pie that's left over. Like, unequivocally for me, it's like I'd be trying to get rid of RJ Harvey like he was the plague right now. All right. Did we get a response on this trade? We did not. Trade is pending in golf. Okay. I think that means that I just got the trade, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Did we just execute a live trade on stream here? We might have done it. We might have done it. Let's see. Uh-oh. And we did. We did. We got a trade done. We got the Michael Wilson deal. Okay? There you go. There you go. All right. We got the Michael Wilson deal done. Sound off, chat. Sound off. We just did it. Wilson is a stud. All right. Well, let me know what you guys think. This is the deal we pulled off. It is done. So now this is my chance to process the trade. What do you guys think? Steal? You think a good trade? Say what you want about Travion. Sorry, cut out. Oh. Yeah, Travion Henderson. I think Travion's fine. Like, I think he still has room to grow from a dynasty perspective, but to be honest, I'm mostly selling Travion Henderson right now. I'm not gonna lie. That's just kind of the position I'm in. Guys, we did. He says fair trade. Okay, fair trade. There you go. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this ages for me then. I'm gonna go ahead and process it. Let's go ahead and just process this baby, and she's done. Okay, trade's been processed, and it is officially completed. We'll see. Yeah, fair. Good trade. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. As you've seen, you've come along on a live trade with DPC today. Hey Daniel on YouTube, man. Look at him. There's the guy we just traded with in the YouTube chat. You'll love to see it. It's a small world after all. There you go. A Daniel got fleeced. A Daniel. There you go. You are funny with that, man. I do think that's funny every time. So I like it. There we go. All right. I'll give you the laugh face there. All right. Well, we got one deal done. That's fun. Now let's see if we can get the other deal done so that I can keep rookie drafting because I don't want this pick. I want to trade away this pick. I want to trade away this pick. Daniel, though, thanks for coming through, man. That was fun. We got a live trade done. How can you not love a live trade? You know, live trades are a good time. I think always got to have some fun with it. Thing is like you drove a hard bargain for a while. The 205 was too much. But like the 212 was fair. It was a fair deal at the end of the day. All right, we have 22 minutes left on this one here. Let's go ahead and tag him. And see if we can get this show on the road here. Boom. All right, I'm going to jump back over. Folks, I'm happy to switch over as well and do some roster reviews. If anyone wants to do some roster reviews, I'd be happy to do some. So maybe I'll switch this over and do some roster reviews for a little bit. If you guys are watching on TikTok too, drop a quick follow, would you? I appreciate you guys, but got a gotta follow along so you don't miss these streams, and I'd be happy to do some Dynasty roster reviews if you guys wanna get them done. So, you think Cam Ward is a buy in the right situation? Yeah, for sure. D. Jackerson, maybe live with the trade, maybe live trade with your boy. Fine, Nick. What do you want to do, dude? Send me something good. What do you think Judkins is worth? I'm trying so hard to get him. I mean, Judkins is like worth probably around the 105 in this year's draft. Like I probably wouldn't be paying like the 104, so I like one of those premium wide receivers, but I'd be fine paying the 105. Dylan, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate you. You know you want Tyson. Yeah, I want Tyson. What league do you have Tyson in? What league are you trying to make a trade with me in, Swaggy? Um, folks, should we do roster reviews? You want to do roster reviews? What do you want to do? In a Superflex league, drafting 1 and 2, I have Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, and JJ McCarthy. Mendoza at 2. Dude, honestly, you have quarterbacks. I don't you have quarterbacks. I'm fine there. I would be taking Jeremiah Love and your top receiver on the board. If it's me, I'd be taking Jordan Tyson, but I wouldn't mind if you take Carnell Tate. That's just me. Can you review mine? Does it cost? All right, let's see. Oh, Swaggy's popping in here with the trades. All right, hold on, guys. We might execute a live trade with Swaggy in the chat here just for fun. Let's see what he has to offer here. It's loading. Okay. So he sends me the 102, and I send him nothing. I like that trade, Swaggy. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, dude. TI94, of course, man. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you coming through. Come check me out on YouTube, man. I promise you'll get way better interaction to my content on YouTube, and there is a ton of awesome stuff on there. Nyland, yeah, happy to review you, man. Here's what I do. For the roster reviews, no, you don't have to pay anything. You just have to be in my Discord so that you can come up on stage and share your sleeper username with me so that I can look at your roster. So, if you're not in the Discord already, you go over here, go to dynastypricecheck.com. You'll see it on the stream here, nice and easy. You can click join free Discord, this big button in the middle right there, and then you're good to go. Once you're in the Discord, you will always be alerted for the roster review sessions, okay? Have you talked about Lemon's landing spot? Not a lot. I actually like Lemon's landing spot a bit. I know I'm kind of the contrarian here. I know a lot of people are like not thrilled with it, but I actually do think that Mekhi Lemon potentially being like the future number 2 in Philadelphia is an exciting prospect. And quite frankly, I think that that's going to age a lot better than I think a lot of dynasty creators are making it seem right now. So I think that, yeah, good landing spot for him. I think like kind of reminds me to some degree about the landing spot for Jackson Smith and Jigba, just because with JSN, you know, obviously you had him land with the Seattle Seahawks. And you had him land with the Seattle Seahawks, and he is phenomenal, right? Because he landed on a good team, and he has tons of upside. So I think like that's the thing you got to remember with Mekhi Lemon is he also has a similar level of incredible upside, mainly because he lands on a competitive team. And I know people in the chat are probably gonna be like, yeah, but the Eagles have such a low volume of throwing rate, and their run first team, and doesn't that hurt him? Potentially, but like, it's all about efficiency, right, guys? Like, obviously, if Mekhi Lemon can be efficient with the opportunities he's given, I have no problem with that. So yeah, whatever you guys are thinking. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, and there you go. You got to watch me half answer my phone real quick. That was fun, wasn't it? Yeesh. All right. Let's do a couple roster reviews, huh? I'm in the Discord, not sure which channel. Hell yeah. All right. Well, you'll see it shortly. It'll pop up in there. Nyland, it'll pop up. I'm actually going to start it up any moment here. Thoughts on going Jonah Coleman at the 112? Zero issue going Jonah Coleman at the 112. In fact, I think probably decent landing spot for him. I think he's better than RJ Harvey. I think he's better than J.K. Dobbins, and I think he could be potentially the future in Denver. Guys, if you're wondering how to get in on the roster reviews here and you want to talk with me one-on-one, go ahead and hop over to dynastypricecheck.com. Nice and easy. On the homepage, there's a big button in the middle that says join free Discord right here. Like you can see it on the screen that I'm pointing at right now. You click that, and once you're inside the Discord, you should be able to see, like as soon as I start this roster review channel in just a moment, you should see it. You should see it. So I got Drake May and Trevor Lawrence as my QBs in Superflex Dynasty. Thoughts on Lawrence? Love Lawrence. QB2, incredible. Landon, just get in the Discord, man, and you'll see it in there in a minute. TI94 says, should have added my wide receivers are Pickens, Marvin Harrison Jr., Tet, Waddle, Ayuk, which is why Zelina Mendoza. Doesn't matter. I'm taking a wide receiver there. First of all, including Ayuk in here means nothing. Ayuk is a dead asset. He means nothing. Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't done jack shit for you. Quite frankly, that's just where you're at right now. I mean, it's great that you have him. Congrats, but what does he get you? A wide receiver 40 finish? Like, he doesn't mean anything. So your wide receiver room isn't very strong. I mean, I like Pickens and Tet. That's nice. And Waddle's a fine piece to have, but it could definitely be better. Thoughts on Judkins? Yeah, like Judkins a lot. I mean, I think Judkins is going to have a very solid year this year. You saying try another mock draft and draft in. Nobody cares when I do it, and I need to test if I fix the issues. Okay, let's try again, guys. Let's try a mock draft on dynastypricecheck.com. Okay, you gotta try my tools out, would you? MJ Walsh says they're ready to go. So whatever MJ Walsh says is canon. Kyron or Bucky redraft? Oh, Kyron, unequivocally. You know, Bucky Irving, like last year, had 0 attempts, 0 from within the 5-yard line. 0. So I don't know why I would ever be trying to bring in Bucky Irving when he potentially has 0 chance at scoring touchdowns. Touchdowns are the lifeblood of fantasy. Give me a running back that has 3 top 10 finishes in a row. That would be Kyron Williams, and I would prefer that. I have Puka and JSN. Who should I trade to get pieces? I would rather have JSN. Yes, I'm having some lag. That is, unfortunately, the situation. Okay, here we go. I'll do this. Okay, room name is Rookie Test Wednesday. Okay, let's go here. And we'll turn on CPU auto pick. Yes. We'll create the draft room. And Walsh, let's test it. Okay, guys, help me test this tool with MJ Walsh here real quick to see if we're good to go now on the draft. Walsh, I'm a little worried because I don't see the players still. Oh, no, they're there. You just got to claim them. Okay, we're good. All right, here we go. Invite link has been copied. I'm going to throw it in here. Folks, if you can hop in and test this with me. Yeah, dude, can someone please? Honestly, Nick, I'm telling you, man, like, I just need I just need someone to start contributing to the Dynasty Price Check Fund over here. I've got the world's worst Wi-Fi. I've got the cheapest equipment. I've got crappy cameras, crappy mics, crappy everything. But we don't make no money off this. This is just for fun. So your broke boy over here is trying to put this shit together as best as possible. But if you guys want to band together and help Dynasty Price Check out and get him a Wi-Fi extender, I'd be thrilled. Be thrilled. Okay. Go to dynastypricecheck.com and in the top corner there's a little widget that says buy me a coffee. You can just buy me a coffee. Donate with the buy me a coffee link and help me get a Wi-Fi extender so I stop lagging. Corp Forever Bro says just traded Quentin Johnston, Addison, and the 406 for James Cook in the 302. Yeah. Is this Quentin Johnston or Quinshon Judkins? If it's Judkins, I like it a little less, but overall it's still good value. I remember my first beer. Thanks. Oh, Judkins. Yeah, it's still fine. I mean, you did get the best piece in the trade, which is really all that matters. So, okay, Swaggy, join this draft, man. I need you guys to test this draft for me, and then we'll do roster reviews. Okay. Also, if you guys are watching on TikTok, come on over to see the full board on the YouTube stream. All right, well, no one's in here with me, Walsh, so I might just have to do this a different time. Sorry, brother. We're down to 7 on YouTube, and we are up to 20 on TikTok. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's do roster reviews instead then. We'll do roster reviews. Oh, are we back? Did we have a little bit of glitchy? Are you guys over here on YouTube still? I can't even tell. Oh, my YouTube chat's closed. That's why. Haha. Well, there you go. Swaggy, are we in here? No. All right, guys. Well, with all that being considered, this has been a blast. We went for a little over 2 hours. We had some technical difficulties here and there, but it happens to the best of us. So stream might have crashed out a bit. I think this is probably where it ends. So I'm going to work on my internet issues. If you feel so inclined to hop over to dynastypricecheck.com and buy me a coffee and help me solve my internet problems, I'd be more than thankful. But if not, no worries. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. I appreciate you guys and your support here today. It was fun to run some rookie mocks. Yes, that was quite the pain sometimes with the internet problems, but you guys stuck with me, and we'll try again tomorrow. I'll see you in the next one. All right, cheers.